All right, once again, no pre-lesson, just diving into these story problems that are going to encourage us to use two variables, which means systems. So we got to be on the hunt. So this is a good time to be on the hunt with some colored markers, especially if I'm teaching. So it says an overseas phone call is charged at one rate for the first minute. So let's just call that X. So you're going to get charged for that first minute of your phone call. And at a different rate for each additional minute. So anything over that first minute, you're going to be charged at a rate of Y, whatever, pennies, dollars per minute. Now, here's where it comes. If a 10-minute call costs $10.50, there's equation number one, and an 8-minute call costs $8.30, find each rate. All right. Well, we've got our variables assigned, and we have our two equations basically colored. Because, remember, if you make a phone call, you're going to pay this amount regardless of how long you're talking. So that's just X. Then we got to add 10 minutes. See, we got to think a second. 10 minutes. This is what the charge was for the first minute. So how many minutes are we going to be charged at the Y rate? Well, that would be 9 minutes. And that will equal $10.50. But now we look at this yellow situation. An 8-minute call costs $8.30. Remember, the first minute is just fixed. That's what that means. You're going to pay it. But then the remaining minutes, so we take a minute away, we'd have 7 being charged at the other rate, and that would be $8.30. And look at, you gotta love it when one of your variables just sitting right on top of each other, stacked. We're just going to multiply this bottom one by a negative, so we're just going to multiply it by -1 and then add. This is the elimination method, so those are bye-bye. 9y minus 7y is 2y. And then $10.50 minus $8.30 is $2.20. You gotta love it when they make these work out so nice. So then y equals $1.10. Do not forget what that is. That's the charge per minute after your first minute. So let's find each rate. So that means we're going to take maybe this guy and plug this back into y. And so we'd have x plus 9 times $1.10 equals $10.50. So that's x plus 990 equals 1050. And then I'd subtract 990. And that'd be x is, what is that, 60 cents. Okay. 60 cents. Boy, you don't get to use that symbol very often. 60 cents. All right. Only 3 problems. Not bad. So again, I'm going to use these colored markers. I think it helps teach. A caterer's total cost for a catering party includes a fixed cost. Remember that? Fixed rate, fixed cost, which is the same for every party. So if this, catering company shows up, they're just going to charge you a certain amount of money just for showing up. It's kind of like a plumber. Boy, they totally get you for that first, just to show up could be $100, which is the same for every party. In addition, the caterer charges a certain amount for each guest. Thank God for plumbers, though. If it costs $250 to serve 20 guests, see now here comes the equation. $250 to serve 20 guests and $400 to serve 35 guests. Find the fixed cost and the cost per guest, which we're going to call Y. So I'll just put this down here again. All right, let's concentrate on this yellow situation. This catering party shows up, they're going to charge you. But the cost per guest, we don't know. We're going to call that Y. But there were 20 guests. So that'd be 20 times that rate. And it says the total cost was $250. Now this pink situation, the company shows up. They charge you the fixed rate. This time you have 35 guests. So they get charged the rate per guest. And that's $400. Again, got a pretty simple little equation to solve here. These numbers are big, but you gotta love it when you got matching x's here, because I'm just going to multiply this by -1. Essentially just throw a negative through everything and then add. These cancel. -15y equals -150. Divide by -15, and you get y is 10. That means $10 per guest. Okay, but it's also asking us to find the fixed cost. Well, let's just stuff it back into this guy. So x plus 20 times 10 equals 250. Now I can see that that's 200, so if I subtract 200 from both sides, my brain can easily compute $50 just for them to show up. All right. So I hope you guys are getting the gist here. Each problem's a little different, but you also see some similarities. All right. A financial planner wants to invest $9,000. We'll just put a box there because we know it's going to be significant. Some in stocks earning 10% annually, and the rest in bonds earning 7% annually. All right. So now, it says that we got a situation where we've got $9,000. We can invest some of it, stocks. We'll just call that S. Okay? However much money is being invested in stocks. And bonds, we'll call B. Now look at, we got 10% annually coming back from stocks. And we got 7% annually coming back from bonds. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at the stock situation first. And we're going to say 10% is just like this. And that's going to be 10% times S. And then we've got bonds, which is 7%, 07B. And you see this sentence right here, all of this right here is going to attach itself to this, because we've got how much they're earning, you see? And so that earned $840. But this guy right here is a very sneaky second equation, because you're going to put so much in S, the stocks, and you're going to put so much in B, the bonds, and that's going to add up to 9,000. See, this equation is money earned, and this equation is total money involved in the whole transaction. Slightly different, but you got to be able to dig out each piece. Now, this is going to get a little messy. I'm not messing with this one, but see this one right up here? I don't like decimals. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this guy by 10, I was going to say 10. But notice if I multiply by 10, that only move the decimal here one place, and it would only move the decimal here one place. So I need to multiply by 100. That would give me 10s plus 7b equals, look at this, boom, boom, boom. You're like, wait a minute, I don't think that's good. I got big numbers. Sometimes it happens. So now look at it. I got S, and I want to create the opposite of this. So I'm going to multiply this by -10. Boing, boing, boing. So I get -10S minus 10B equals 9,000 plus another 0, but that's negative also. So These cancel using elimination. This minus this is negative 3b. And this right here, 90,000, negative 90,000 plus 84,000 would be negative 6,000. Divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3, and I get 2,000. That's what B is. B equals 2,000. And it says how much should be invested at each rate to get a return annually, 840. So we found B. B is 2,000. And I'm going to go back up to here, the real simple one, S plus B equals 9,000, and I can just essentially look at it. S plus 2,000 equals 9,000. I can just use my noggin and say S is 7,000. So 7,000 into stocks, 2,000 into bonds. And there you have it. Good luck on that assignment. The last one got a little tricky.